निपटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good evening, friends. Thank you so much. We would like to thank you all for your valuable time today to join this special webinar. This is a special invitation today for few who want to start his or her consulting as a practice. So this is a very special webinar wherein Franchise India is offering an opportunity to become the partner with world's largest franchise solution company. So this is an independent franchise consultant and opportunity to become the business partner with Franchise India. Dear friends, as you are aware, franchising is a revolution. It is biggest marketing consumption driver in the world. It is also the biggest concept ever to start a business. In America alone, it contributes to one third of the consumption economy. It contributes multi-trillion on franchise economy only in America. If you draw a parallel with any established economy like India is going to be, it would be similar as India is posed to be $3 trillion economy, and it's a largest now consumption economy, and it's a third largest economy in the world now. India would see a phenomenal growth in franchising, contributing to about $1 trillion franchise economy. We are second largest franchise economy already. At Franchise India, we are thrilled to be back with our mother franchise show also, which is Franchise India 2024, which is world's largest franchise solution company. And this show is being organized on 18th and 19th of May at Yeshobhumi, New Delhi. Yeshobhumi is the largest convention center in India. It has recently, as you all know, recently inaugurated by our Prime Minister, and it is also the third largest convention center in Asia. We are extremely proud to showcase over 500 brands from over 30 countries and over 40,000 business buyers. 40,000. These are all investors who would pay. There's a 2,000 rupees as an entry fee also, who would come to the show, visit the show, and these are all business buyers, are all serious investors who would buy some business out of the show, and they are attending this show on 18th and 19th, and this is 20th edition of this international franchise and retail exhibition, which is happening in New Delhi. We have got major launches also there from brands like Reliance, Tata's, and many other big giants at the show. So Franchise India have a biggest network in the world, but we realized that it's not enough to service the country like India. Even if we have 10,000 franchise experts, franchise consultants, believe me, we can't service the country which is India. It's a huge country today, and you can see we believe every household is having at least one person who is looking to start some business. So who will address this problem? And who is going to help all these investors? Because it's highly risky to invest in any of the business without knowing about the brand, about the founder. There's a lot of things which we have to evaluate before you invest in any of the business. So considering this humongous opportunity, Franchise India is looking forward for like-minded professionals, franchise professionals, management consultants, financial consultants, and real estate consultants to become business partner with Franchise India as independent franchise consultant. This is an unique opportunity and very highly rewarding opportunity also to partner with world's largest franchise company, but it is not for everyone. We have to select the right professionals and right profiles who can become partners with Franchise India. Because when we are offering our brand to someone who is looking forward to start the consulting practice, who would have that passion to help others to get them into business, because Franchise India is the largest platform how to start your own business platform. And the opportunity which we are looking as independent franchise consultant is the specialist how to start your own business specialist. So this is a special webinar which we have organized today. And in this webinar, I would also like to introduce who is there today in this webinar along with our management team. We also have our team from different regions who are working with our independent franchise consultants, our partners locally, regionally, to help them get complete business understanding and also helping them to close the businesses and help to in terms of meeting investors, meeting brands, and get all the understanding and training on daily basis with them. So I would like to welcome on behalf of Franchise India and Franchise India Network, which is Independent Franchise Consulting Network. I am Sanjay. My name is Sanjay Bhatt. I am CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited. Also, we have our leaders. I would start with Shakti Vale. Shakti Vale is our senior leader in Tamil Nadu market. He is based in Chennai. We have our own office in Chennai, and he takes care of Chennai market, Tamil Nadu, all Tamil Nadu and Kerala market, along with his team member Kapil. And we have also joined Bimal. He has joined us from Kolkata, and he takes care of east side of India, plus Bangladesh and Nepal as well. I would also like to introduce Avneet. Avneet is our senior leader in Delhi corporate office, and she takes care of rest of India. And we also have joined Mukul. He is there in Pune office. And we also have Ravi. He is from Hyderabad office. I'm also glad to welcome and introduce our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria. He is the chairman, Franchise India Group. And Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, she is managing director of Franchise India Group, and she is the one actually who has started this brokerage business wherein we help investors and brands at both sides, because we are having three larger platforms and formats, which is investments, which is scaling up, and resale, which we will be discussing. And she will throw light on these three parameters, also give us some insights on this. And she will also help us in terms of what is the journey of Franchise India so far, and also today's opportunity as independent franchise consultant. So we would like to request you to use Q&A box, which is there on the bottom of your screen, for all your questions and queries. And we'll also ask you a few questions because we wanted to make it very interactive. There is no option wherein you can talk or you can raise your hand. Please use Q&A box and share your thoughts, your queries in the Q&A box, and we will for sure take all your questions. And we will also ask few questions wherein we would like to know who has joined us, which city you are coming from, what is your profile, and please use Q&A box in that sense also. We'll also run a small presentation wherein we'll give you some understanding about after you partner with Franchise India, what you're going to get, what is the monetization model, what is the payout structure, what is the growth story also you will going to get, and what all are there in terms of rewards for you, awards for you, and the revenue model for all of you. So please stay tuned and watch this webinar till the end. And that's what the request, because you have taken out special time right now. It's a 1 hour program. My humble submission would be there till the end, so that we can give you complete understanding on this model. And this is a special opportunity which we are organizing for our, some of the partners who have joined us, who to be partners, who have that kind of passion and have a similar kind of profile which we are looking at. So before I invite our managing director, I would like to invite our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, who would also welcome you and set the perspective of the webinar, and then he will also introduce and invite Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. Thank you, sir. Please take it over now from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to this webinar. This is called the Independent Franchise Consultant. We call it IFC in a short form, and that's how it has become very, very popular. Now we have a lot of IFCs across India, Bangladesh, Nepal, even Middle East, and our interest is to build the world's largest. We are already world largest, but we are not spread in all the countries we want to be. Rather, when Honorable Prime Minister was hosting G20, I told my team that we need to be at least in these G20. And by the time the G20 ended, it became G21. And our interest is also to be in G21. We are almost halfway through, and our interest is to go another half and build the biggest spread franchise network of consultants in the world. So, friend, this has been a long journey for me, and I started franchising 27 years back. And before that, I was in telecom for a few years, and then I started franchising. And that became my life journey. And it's my passion. This is what I do for a living. This is what I'm known for, helping people to start their businesses through franchise and also help businesses grow or scale their business through franchise. So friends, we will do this webinar in three different parts. One part, I will give it to Sonia. She will give a little overview about who we are, what our values are, what is our mission, how we started this journey with a very humble structure. And today we're very proud that the world's largest franchise development company. Another thing which has come in our big feather that we are also the world's largest franchisor, which means that we own a lot of brands ourselves, which we franchise. And I'll talk about that also, which becomes a very immediate opportunity for our consultants to represent those brands in respective markets. You become exclusive partners for development partners for those brands in that market. Not that we are not exclusive for others, but these are owned by us, so you have much more control. So we'll do that journey and overview, which Sonia would do. And then I'll come in and I'll talk about the business model of becoming an IFC, independent franchise consultant. So what is an opportunity? How you can achieve great success in that? What kind of support you can get from us? What are the do's and don'ts of this opportunity? So I'll talk about that. It will be not more than 15, 20 minutes, but very, very interactive we'll keep. And then I'll pass it on back to Sanjay, who would run through the whole process of how it works, what is the kind of revenue share we have, how does it work, what kind of support it works, and so on and so forth. But before we jump into this, friends, as Sanjay said, this opportunity is great. Not that we created this opportunity, it is great. It's probably the best opportunity I personally have seen. I've seen all kind of businesses and brands and around me, but I've never seen an opportunity how it can be lucrative. But it is not for everyone. And there is a reason for it. Reason is, I'll explain you, there are three types of business before we even jump into that, because you're spending time in choosing a business opportunity, right? You're choosing a business opportunity. You should understand what kind of businesses are out there. There are only three types of businesses I have seen in the world, which comes from your three different returns. The first businesses, which people normally call it, like I'm hosting a show on 18th and 19th. 40,000 people are expected to come in this show. This is the 20th year of the show. It's called Franchise India 2024. It is happening in Yashobhumi. I will extend my personal invitation if you're available. It starts day after. For 2 days, 40,000 people would come in this show, all paying and entering this place. People would travel from all over the world. They would travel from India and every part of India. And I've seen every single person would go to every single opportunity. And there are opportunities from Reliance and Tata's and many, many different companies, all top companies, startups. First thing they go and ask somebody and say, what is a good ROI in this? What is the ROI of your business? Right? And sometimes if I'm standing there on any of the booth, they would ask me also and say, you've been doing franchising, tell us a brand which gives the best ROI. Looking at them, when they ask this question, I laugh because they don't understand the word meaning of ROI. There are 3 ROIs in any business. One is very commonly called, which is return on investment, which means when you put money and money works for you and you get your return. So typical distribution businesses, businesses of high capex, they all are return on investment business. Say you invest into a hotel, and if you put a large capital, the hotel would give you the yield, you will get your ROI. And it's very standard sometimes when you put into similar kind of businesses, 10 people invest into same business, same kind of capital, the returns are also largely similar, depending on that. But there are other 2 ROIs. The second ROI, which I am a big believer of, all my life, last 30 plus years since I worked, I always believed in this ROI. I call the return on intelligence. If you're intelligent enough to choose an opportunity at the right time, and you enter the right time, and you understand how you can build that up, you make much more arbitrage, right? It's like advisory businesses, right? It's your intelligence which you're bringing in. So you worked in a company for 20 years, and now you bring your intelligence and work with others, take board positions, contribute to them. You make much more return on your intelligence, right? And these businesses, I'm very, very big fan of. The richest person, Warren Buffett, one of the rich person now, was always about return on intelligence. He always had intelligence where to invest and when to exit, right? So his business, I would always say it is a return on intelligence business. And the third is the return on involvement, which means that you put time into the business. You are also a kind of employee to your own business, where you're running your business. So friends, before we even start this webinar, I'm telling you this webinar is not about the first ROI. It's nothing to do with return on investment. It's because our investment is very, very low. It's just about 5 odd lakh rupees as an investment. But our business is return on intelligence and involvement. If you're not involved and you don't bring your intelligence, you don't get much out of it. But if you bring this 2 there, it's much more rewarding than you can think of. If you're in a job or any other opportunity, I can say you can do 5x of what you've been doing without even knowing what job you're in, because that's the kind of value we've seen our IFC partners have done. So let's get going. And as Sanjay said, let's use the Q&A box. There is a Q&A box. You can all ask your questions. Any questions comes to your mind. It can be an opportunity. It can be a business model. It can be about any kind of franchise opportunity, anything which comes to your mind, right in the Q&A box. I'll pass it on to Sonia to set the perspective, give you an overview of Franchise India. We have 3 brands, Franchise India, Fran Global, and Frank Corp. Frank Corp is an American company we acquired. It is a 1976 started company, oldest consulting firm. Fran Global is our international business. We run in 11 countries, and Franchise India is known in India. And also, a lot of you have also not joined us from other countries. We welcome you for this webinar. And over to you, Sonia, for giving a little overview.
Thank you, friends. A very good evening once again. Welcome to the IFC webinar. And this is, in fact, a program to associate as a channel partner with Franchise India. So while I'll take you through what all we do, but Franchise India runs multiple companies and businesses. All these businesses come under the Franchise India group in India, and globally it comes under Fran Global. That is the international arm. And so as a channel partner, and the business overall, it forms a very critical part of our overall business, and it takes the time share of the entire leadership and the management. And as you see, we have all our leadership on this call. So it is important that we spend time to explain that who we are. Our businesses, the group companies, and we'll talk about the industry at large, and most importantly, how we can qualify each other to partner. So this initiative, I would say, or the very premise for us to start the IFC program has been to work with entrepreneurs like yourself as our partners who have the skills and also the intent to further drive entrepreneurship. And that is because the core driver and the foundation of our business has been entrepreneurship. And I'm also pleased to tell all of you that today, as we run across 97 cities and 11 international markets, larger part of our markets in the country and also overseas markets are driven by our IFC channel partners. And this community of our channel partners is becoming bigger day by day. And this is also because the reason the opportunity itself is very big, the market is becoming big, and it continues to become bigger. And that is the reason, if you understand or you've read about franchising or the impact of franchising, I'll request all of you, if you can take one day out of the 2 days, which is Saturday and Sunday, and come and visit our show, you will understand the magnitude of the show, the kind of companies that participate. So we believe we need more, a deeper and larger distribution through this entrepreneurship program. So while it is IFC, but this is an entrepreneurship program, so that we are able to capture the immense opportunity which franchising at large creates. So today, if you see, more and more people are starting their own entrepreneurship journey, and they're buying businesses more than they ever bought before. And more companies also on the other side are expanding through franchise routes than they were doing maybe 20 years back or 30 years back, and 27 years, in fact, when we started. And so this is not going to stop here, because the space is getting bigger, and there are more entrepreneurs, I would say, today, and aspiring entrepreneurs than the history of entrepreneurship has ever seen. Hence, we have always worked to develop our capabilities in terms of the solutions and also the capacities through our, different businesses, so that we're able to stay ahead of the curve. So we had a very enriching journey for about 27 odd years since we started in 1999, and we have come a long way since then. And today, I'm also humbled to say that Franchise India has a staggering 90% market share in the industry, which means 90% of franchising India, happens through Franchise India platforms and through our brokerage arm. And we bring solutions to this ever-growing and very dynamic franchise industry. Started with a city, one city. Today, we are there in 97 cities, 11 countries. And also, we have worked very hard to build the architecture of the overall business, a very strong brand equity, which we have been able to sustain over a period of time. So we're a fully integrated franchise solution company. And in fact, we are the largest franchise development company globally, which means that there's nobody in the entire world who sells more businesses than Franchise India. And this is also a trademark registered by us. We are the biggest distribution company, and this is through the spread that we have India overseas market, which is very, very uniform across the length and breadth of the country and also international markets. And we are a trusted advisor to many of the India's, I would say, most influential, respected business houses on one side. And on the other side, we have a very strong affinity with a very big community of business buyers, investors. These are entrepreneurs, the community of entrepreneurs who interact with us through our well-structured 4 large platforms, through which I would say we have created not only a very big entry barrier for anyone to do what we currently do, but at the same time, it also has a very compelling value proposition, which our overall, group offers to the community of franchising. And largely these platforms include first and foremost, which is media, which is where our exhibition business comes in. So apart from the exhibition that is happening day after in New Delhi, which is the world's largest franchise expo, we do about 200 such exhibitions across India. And there are about 21 international markets where we do franchise expos. And there are also smaller events, about 15 to 20 micro markets every month we cover through our smaller events and larger events. We've done the 3 leading publications, of which we have a partnership with a company called Entrepreneur, which is an American company. And Entrepreneur is amongst the top 4 B2B magazines in the world. So Franchise India is a joint venture partner with Entrepreneur for entire Asia. And apart from Entrepreneur, we also run 2 other publications which are very revered in the industry. One is The Retailer, and the other is The Franchising World. These are the publications that we started back in 1999. And I also shared our website, which is franchiseindia.com. I would request all of you to also go through. You'll find a lot of information on our business and our group companies. And our second business is largely meant for companies, which is a scale platform, which is meant for businesses to scale and expand their footprint across the geographies, which could be Indian markets, international markets, and also a lot of international brands who want to come to Indian market or other countries through this scale platform. We work with these companies to make their business models, get them franchise ready, and through the distribution that we currently enjoy through our partners, through our teams across India and international markets, we help these companies to expand across regions. And having said that, I am also proud to say that today, all the companies that we represent, there are more than 1,000 such contracts that we've exclusively signed up, and including some of the top names in the company who exclusively franchise through Franchise India. And our third platform is largely meant for entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, I would say business buyers, where we work with them and help them to put their investment in various businesses, depending on their appetite, depending on their risk they want to take, depending on their interest. We work with them and we handhold them through the entire journey of buying a business. And finally, is a platform which is Business X is the company, which is an exit platform where we also work with small businesses who want to exit business for various reasons. Could be capital as an issue, could be succession, which might be an issue. So we work with these companies to evaluate their businesses, do the evaluations, and then find them either a strategic partner or a financial partner, and help these companies exit from these from their respective businesses. So, like I said, friends, we started this program, and not only we felt that we created this large ecosystem and community, but also how could we create an opportunity to expand this ecosystem and community through partnerships in the form of independent franchise consultants. Every day there are new opportunities being launched coming into franchising. So like I said, the need was not only to get just bigger, but also deeper reach and connect with the community. So how can we create a partnership which is meaningful, which has a purpose, and most importantly, we make money. It's a profitable partnership. So that's where we are. It's a business model which is, I would say, asset light, not too much of investment, but intellect high. The biggest asset is the partner himself, because we don't require any infrastructure, no working capital, or I would say, no office also if you have, great. But your only dependency is your time and the knowledge that you bring on the table. So I'll like to give back to Gaurav to share a bit about the opportunity at large. And friends, I'll also request you to make the session interactive. We've talked about ourselves. If you also understand where you come from, what you do, if you understand franchising, any questions that you have, you can start putting them in the Q&A, and we will also start asking some questions to understand your profile. Over to you.
Thank you, Sonia. And so, friends, let's start with one question which I have. I appreciate some of you have already introduced yourself, and others I would like you to introduce. So we need two things from you. One is your profile, and one is a city which you're coming from or a country you're coming from. So if you're a professional, it means that you're doing some job, write P for professionals, and write your city. Which city? And if you want to also talk about your industry, it will be interesting for us to understand where you're coming from. And I can give you some examples of people being successful, not so successful in that industry with us. Second option is if you are a business owner, then write B and your city. And if you want to talk about your industry also. Third option is if you're a management consultant, like there's somebody wrote who's a tax consultant, right? So any kind of management consulting experience, it can be taxation, it can be accounting, it can be business consulting, it can be any form of consulting, it can be even your L&D, which is learning and development, or coaching, business coaching. So write MC. MC stands for management consulting. And if you are in a career change, which means that whatever you was doing, you've done that, now you're free and you want to take up a new career, write C. 4 choices: P for professionals, B for business owners, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. Let me see who started writing. Then there's a gentleman called Suresh, but he's not written what business he's doing or profession. And then we have Chandan, who's a student. Actually, he's a student in Kanpur. Good to see you students come while you're not ready for a business at this stage, but you come to take knowledge. That's not a bad idea. And when I was studying, I had a big excitement to learn businesses, and I started very young. My first business I completed when I was 17, and I started working at that age, and it is always inside you that you want to learn different businesses. Then we have Guram Sai,
Ram, Asai,
Guram
Sweta,
Sai, and from Hyderabad,
Hyderabad.
business owner. Hyderabad, we have Ravi, who's in the car now, but he's normally in office. Now must be going for a meeting. And Ajit, who's a C. Ajit, you can
Got
write.
it.
Then we have Srinivas, who's a B. Then we have Sumit, who's in Hyderabad again, and he is a management consultant. Sumit, love to talk to you. I'm coming to Hyderabad also very soon. And then we have Bhavin Bhai, who is from Ahmedabad, and he's also a management consultant. Bhavin Bhai, if you can talk to Harshit. I don't know Harshit is on a call or no, but Harshit is looking after Ahmedabad. And then we have Rasail, who's from Dhaka, one of favorite cities for me. I've gone Dhaka at least 50 times. So, and Bimal Agarwal is head of Dhaka and Nepal. So he is also on the call. So he will touch with you. Then we have Ajit from Pune. Ajit, I'm again coming to Pune, and Mukul is the guy who's that, and you run a cloud kitchen, and we've done a lot of cloud kitchen franchising. Actually, we started cloud kitchen. We started the whole concept of dark kitchen. For Zomato, we did 100 kitchens in franchise. And for many other companies, all the companies, even Rebel Foods and likes of them, they've all been our clients. And then there is Tanveer, who's in Bangalore. Very good profile, Tanveer. And if you're looking for a career change, it's the best opportunity because you're well qualified. And Nana Kumar is again, she's right on the Q&A box. Don't wait for chat box because this is where it is open to write. And Sasi Kumar is in foreign exchange, interested in doing business. Then we have the Haneeps, who's Subramaniam, who's from management consultant from Sri Lanka. Very, very keen on Sri Lanka. I'm doing a show in Sri Lanka. Rather last year, we took a lot of team members to Sri Lanka. I know if anything can really help Sri Lanka come out of difficulties, economic difficulties, is franchising. Why? Because franchising is a perfect model to support economy and communities. Because every time you franchise, you create jobs and you create consumption. And these are two things which Sri Lanka needs today. They need a lot of concepts. Rather, a lot of companies we've taken there. Like we've taken cafes, we've taken large companies, we've taken a lot of other brands. We work with Mall of Colombo. So we've done a lot of work in that market. But I like the market. It's a phenomenal market. It's a shame to see why it is in economic trouble. It has everything which you need. It has everything. And its country can become a phenomenal opportunity. And I'm sure Sri Lankans have learned the lesson and they understand what needs to change. And I think before we are looking at doing a show before the elections, and post elections, we can really build this up very big. Suresh is a C. Then we have Sasi Kumar from Chennai. Sasi, you can get in touch with Saktivel, who's on the call. He's senior leader who looks after Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And then we have Suresh from Coimbatore. I have to go a little fast now. We have Satish, who's running business from Hyderabad. Then we have Rajiv from Hyderabad. A lot of interest coming from Hyderabad today. Hyderabad has been a top market for us always. Asik Ahmed, he's from Dhaka again. So he runs a digital business. He also has a B2B relationship. So B2B excites me because you have some kind of understanding. Then Anmol from Pune. Then we have somebody from Ajmer, again, very keen on Rajasthan. Rajasthan, we have only few partners and the market is hungry because you don't create jobs. Another thing, wherever franchising grows the most, where you're not creating too many jobs, where people have to start their own thing for themselves. That's why tier 2, tier 3 would always do well in franchising because people like the lifestyle there. They want to stay there. The cost of living is low. Most of them, they have their own comfort houses and everything else, but they need good income. So that's why they prefer franchising. And people prefer franchising over they're starting their own business because franchising is less risky. You're going with a brand which is already known and you have a comfort of a lot of support coming from that. And people recognize only brands. And I'll talk about that when I talk about opportunity. Then Adarsh is Gorakhpur. Gorakhpur also very keen. It's a constituency of Honorable Chief Minister. Very good market. The only challenge is real estate. real estate, there's not too much of retail infrastructure. We find it very difficult when we sell franchise in Gorakhpur to find real estate. But things are changing. UP itself has transformed so much. And one of the big markets for franchising for us, especially for education brands, healthcare brands, a lot of food brands, they all go very well in those markets. Nana Kumar is a management consultant, and again from Hyderabad, Telangana, and 17 years with corporate, great background, great structure. And so good, very, very good profile. I'm happy that we are all spending valuable time with each other. So let me start with 7 points, and I'll go one by one. In these 7 points, I'll talk about how you should look at any opportunity. Forget about you selecting this opportunity, because we have sold more businesses than anybody else in the world. So there is no more experienced team than the team you're talking to, which has sold more businesses than anybody else. But my rule to buy a business or sell a business remains same. You need to go through these 7 things before you make a selection and say, this is the right opportunity for me, right? So as a business model, what are its business model? We are a platform. Do 3 things. One, anybody who's looking to invest into a new business or even a running business, which means that you want to invest into active business. There are 2 types of businesses. One is active businesses, and second is passive investments. Passive investments means that you're investing in stock market, mutual fund, any kind of investment. It can be even property, any other commodity asset class and so on. But when you invest into active business, which means that you are been investing into business which is actively running, and these businesses which you run or operate, or you invest, somebody else operate for you. It can be franchise owned, franchise operated, or franchise owned, company operated. But these are businesses which have higher risk than passive investments. Why higher risk? Because these business would have a lot of things which are required to make that business successful. And because they have higher risk, it needs even more deeper understanding before you invest. If I tell you to invest into a property, you can take that decision in no time. You can evaluate a property, you can see what is happening, you can do a little bit of research and invest. But if I tell you to start a restaurant, you are nervous because you don't know, you've never done that. You need a lot of advice before you make investment. So we are the world's largest platform for helping entrepreneurs or to be entrepreneurs to invest into active business. Friends, the number of people we have invested and helped is over 2 lakh investors who have come through Franchise India and invested into a business and started their own opportunity. And this number, we want to make it 1 million entrepreneurs. Our job is to create 1 million entrepreneurs to help them start their own business. So that's one part of our business journey. This we do it through 11 countries and 90 plus cities in India. Second business is helping companies and businesses scale. Say I was in Sri Lanka. If I find out 100 top brands, which are great brands, and they want to scale their business, right? And we will help them in terms of making them franchise ready and then take them to the market and help them find franchise. So this whole journey also we do. Third, as Sonia explained, we also help people to exit their business, which means that if I was running a business and for reasons I don't want to continue the business, I want to do the valuation of the business and go out and sell the business. This is our opportunity. This is what we do. But now the question really comes in, how big is this opportunity? I said we have sold 200,000 and we want to sell 1 million. Is this opportunity? Or what is an opportunity? The opportunity is, as Sanjay was saying, every home has somebody who wants to start a business, right? There is everyone, even colleagues, my colleagues sitting on this call, which are working in the company, they also have a dream to one day start their own business, right? Everyone who comes from a college wants to think that one day I will own my own business and it will go from the biggest group. Like in Bangladesh, I would work with somebody who has, say, 10 lakhs to invest. And I will be also working with Bhushandra, which is the largest group of one of the large groups of Bangladesh. So you have, similarly in India, we work with a person who has a 10 lakh rupees to invest. And we are working with even Reliance, who are looking to acquire global brands from the different parts of the world. The spectrum is so large and so big. Just in India, last year, the total number of companies, new companies registered were 300,000. These are new companies. Not necessarily you have to buy a business, you will have to start a new company. But 300,000 new companies were formed in this country. And this number is going to go 5 lakh in next 2 years. So that is an opportunity of this country of people starting a new business. And now the question really comes in, if so many people are looking to start a business, who is helping them? Answer is there is no other firm outside Franchise India, Fran Global, which does this professionally. Nobody. So you go to your friends or family or somebody you know to just get that information that how you can choose a business. But there is no professional organization which can give you advice, or a professional coach or a guide or a consultant who can help you choose the right business. So this becomes phenomenal opportunity which is largely not addressed. Right? Try it out for 3-4 days, call people and say, I'm thinking of starting a business where I will help people to become entrepreneurs. What is the reaction you're going to get? Nobody would say, oh, I don't think this is a great business idea. Absolutely. If you are in a developing country helping people to start a business, there is no bigger opportunity and there is no bigger national service which you can do to help your economy. So that's an opportunity. That's one. And I am very, very clear that opportunity is wide and very, very big. The second is the business model. What is the business model and why it is so unique, and why Franchise India or Fran Global is the only company, why others have not come in, why independent consultant like you who has experience, you can start your own XYZ consulting and say, I will do the same thing with Franchise India does. It is not easy. Why it is not easy? Because where is the assets for you? For say Sri Lanka, somebody wants to start and say, I want to become a big franchise consultant. I'll be number one in Sri Lanka. Where are you going to get brands from? Sri Lankan big companies are looking for global brands. They are looking for brands from France, Italy, US, UK, Middle East, Asia. That's what they're looking at. Because Franchise India has put 27 years, I have 1,000 domestic brands and I have 250 global brands. Just now I posted on my LinkedIn, I'm carrying a delegation from UK. And this is not a delegation this time in this show. It's coming from UK. It's coming from Australia. It is coming from Philippines. It's coming from Singapore. It is coming from UK. It is coming from Italy, France, Middle East, and Americas. And even Brazil. This year we have delegation from that. Because over the years, with so much of investment, we have aggregated exclusive contracts with these companies. In India, we are exclusive partners for Reliance. We work with Tata Chroma for Tata brands. And all the other companies, we are very, very exclusive partners. And we have two parts to our brand portfolio. One brand portfolio is where we are their expansion partner, which means that they exclusively give us that you go out and get franchisee for us. Second, we own our own brands. We have master rights for so many brands for all these regions I'm talking about, including even Singapore, Malaysia, where we own the brand, which means that if you become a partner with us, you own those brands in that market. It becomes even more strengthful because you know that that brand is not going from you next 10, 20 years. Even if you picked up 5 brands and say, these 5 brands I'll develop in my country, you're going to make money over next 20 years on those 5 brands because you own that brand. And these are not small brands. These are all global companies which we acquired. So that's a business model. The business model is that when you join in, we provide you all the brands and we also provide you leads, qualified lead. Even my partners today, I have 2 partners in Bangladesh. I'm adding another 3 to completely finish Bangladesh. I will stop there and only 5 partners would work. I'm only adding 3 more. I have 2 very good partners already. And then it's finished. All of my partners, leads are provided by us because we know how to run digital campaigns, how to run events. We did a big event in January in Bangladesh. We just finished an event in Nepal. We did in Abu Dhabi. We're doing in Bahrain. I want to do Sri Lanka. I want to do Kenya. So all these are our events. We do these events, which also help you network, get the right kind of leads. So leads is our responsibility. Brands is our responsibility. Your responsibility is to engage these 2 communities and bring business on that. So that's a business model. Now, third, what is a financial model? Now, the financial model is so attractive that you get the lion's share of these transactions. We make money from franchisor, which is the brand, and we make money from a franchisee, which is an investor. We make money from both. And this is not a small money. We get advantage of this situation. I do not want to use the word advantage because of our business model and the effort we do, and because we can rate a large amount of capital for our clients, they pay us very well. I just launched a program with the brand just now before this webinar, where we're giving 12.5 lakh rupees on single transaction to our IFC partner. 12.5 lakh rupees if you sell one franchise for that brand. But you don't make money out of an investor also. And this is your share as an IFC share. So single transaction would give you 15, 16 lakh rupees by a single transaction. Imagine if you did in next 3 months, 3 transactions, what kind of money you can make. We just launched that. This is a brand which has been just acquired, and it's not difficult to do that. So business model, financial model is extremely attractive. Brands, why they outsource to us? That's also a very big question. Now, why everybody has to outsource? Because nobody is in 97 cities, 11 countries. And nobody has experience. Nobody has team of our size. We have 1,200 full-time employees. This capability has come with millions and millions of dollars being spent to build that capability. If you come to India or our Indian friends who are traveling in India, go to any city, go to Pune and see my office. Go to Hyderabad, see my office. Go to Chennai, see my office. See Delhi office, Bombay office. Anywhere you go in Ahmedabad, we have world-class facilities invested there. This builds confidence because we are not a XYZ Delhi company or Bombay company or Bangalore company. We are local everywhere. We have infrastructure, we have teams which understand local markets, local cultures. That's what makes us so unique in the market, and that's why companies trust us and outsource completely to us. Leads, how we just get leads. Leads is just not digital marketing. Every month we do multiple events, about 20 events. We do physical and then we do digital events where people come to us. We have a large capability at the back for lead management. So when you get the lead, it's already been called by somebody, filtered by somebody, qualified by somebody, and then given to you. So you're not doing any cold calls. You are a consultant. You will work on top-notch level in getting the lead. Now come down to sport, because even if you want to do this, you have never done that. So anxiety would be, would I be able to do it? Would it be possible for me to do it? So we call it, our sport structure, we call the MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentoring. You need a lot of mentoring, a lot of guidance, a lot of hand-holding, a lot of support, a lot of consistent working on this. And I know I tell my IFC partners and say, do 100 calls with me, because there can be no more rejections. In 100 times, when we go on a call, all the objections which you can think and all the problems you can think has come out. And it has made you 100 times intelligent. So we work with alongside our partners. Every city, I travel myself at least 25 days in a month. And every city I go, my IFC partners organize joint calls and joint meetings. We have a meal together, we work together, we work with these clients. And all of them are now coming to our Delhi show. The first night, we are having a special dinner for IFC partners. This dinner is exclusive for IFC partners, and also my clients are going to come there. So they will network with each other, they will understand business model, they build a lot of relationship, and that's how it works. So mentors, M stands for mentoring. O stands for opportunity. As I said, we will provide you opportunities. S stands for sport, any kind of sport. It can be sport in terms of making proposals, going to the client, making a pitch, even recovery of your money. Everything is done from back office. And the T stands for training. Training is the most critical part. We do 3 days residential training where we host you completely. The hotel, your travel, your hotel, your local travel, your stay with everything, all your food, everything is packed and done by us. So we host you in our head office for 3 days. Out of the 3 days, 2 days, I personally and Sonia do the training. So it's very extensive. It's a 24-hour constant classroom training where you got learned on every hymn. And then there is a 3-day every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 8 o'clock, you have a joint IFC meeting, which means that every IFC comes in, we do regular trainings, at least 2 or 3 trainings by different brands every single week, and a lot of other sport which comes in. Then only you are ready to go to the market. And training, what we cover in that training, we cover a lot of things. We cover how to acquire an investor, how to structure the deal, what is the legal structuring which needs to be done, and everything around franchising, scaling the business, and also exiting the business. So this is, friends, which is what we do. And this is an opportunity which is not new to us. 27 years, market leaders, globally the largest company. And I will not say this has come easy. And I am very sure that whatever we have done in these 27 years, we will do 2x of that in next 5 years. And I'm looking for very, very strong partners. And that's why the expansion is there. And we want to be the world's largest and most efficient global franchise community. And I invite you personally, if you are available, please come down to our show, see the show, experience yourselves. This franchise industry is not a small industry. It's $4.7 trillion industry. Indian GDP is 3.7. It's bigger than economy of India. So it's not a small industry. It is a perfect time to join because in our nations, in our countries, these countries of our surrounding, people are becoming more aware. People are becoming more educated. They prefer brands. And brands are also looking to expand and scale. So it's a perfect timing to be part of this opportunity. But not everybody would get qualified. So like I've seen almost about 50 odd people on the call. Maybe out of that, 5 would qualify. 5 would be really good qualified people. I'm happy to talk to most of you, but please understand, I have experience saying that it is better to say no rather than take somebody who's not committed or not have that capability or skills to be part of it. So thank you very much, friends, for listening to me. And I'll pass it on to Sanjay to run a small presentation. It's a 3-4 slide presentation. And after that, our teams would be in touch with you, or you can get in touch with teams. The single point contact for this is Avneet. Anything you want to talk to her, she's based out of head office, reports into Sanjay Bhatt, who's the CEO, and she will fix up my calendar and put slots where I can come and be part of that qualifying process. And if I like your profile, I cannot use the word Modi ji uses, that it's my guarantee, but because of my experience, I can ensure that you will be very, very successful. But we don't have to rush. We have to, qualify each other. And that's what we need to do. You need to know us well, and we need to know you well before we commit each other. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time. And I really appreciate you taking time out. And over to you, Sanjay, for the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for insightful thoughts, and we will take presentation, friends. Thank you so much for being there, but I would request you next 15 minutes, please be there. We will take you very few slides, but rest we will discuss one-on-one. After this webinar, we'll get in touch with you, and our team will help you to understand this opportunity better, and you have some questions, we have some questions, we'll get it done. Now, first slide is saying what is franchising. We have discussed franchising is $4.8 trillion industry. The consumption is going up, and so do franchising. And by sector, if we talk about, we compare, so there are every category now you see is evolving, is now looking forward for getting into expansions to new markets. They want to enter new markets. So this is the only way which is viable through franchising. So if you'll see sector by sector, as I said, healthcare, you see financial services, you see food. Now there are a lot of new concepts in food also, which are coming into franchising way. And there's a healthcare in different, there are e-clinics also, which has opened. So franchising has really evolved. Now you will see pet care services. Earlier it was not there. Now pet care services also coming into franchise because there are pet labs across. Now there are few companies who have now start expanding the business. They want to enter into new markets. They want to appoint new partners in different cities because the consumer is everywhere. If you have to really scale up your business, you have to expand your business, franchising becomes the viable model. Now, if you talk about Bata as a company, so earlier, 15 years back, Bata was never into franchise. It was all company-owned, company-operated model, wherein company would invest, open the store, run the store, manage the store, everything by company itself. Now, last 15 years, Franchise India is proudly associated with Bata. all the stores are now offering opportunity there through franchising also. Now, if you can give another example, which is Tata Chroma kind of an opportunity. Tata Chroma has over 300 outlets, which are 100% company owned, which is we talk about COCO, COCO model. COCO would mean which is company owned and company operated. So it's all investments done by the company itself and they operate themselves. Now we have exclusive contract with Tata wherein we have these existing outlets. The opportunity is wherein we are getting these existing outlets into franchising. So that would mean that we are getting a new investor in wherein they will take the same opportunity which is their existing outlet, which is performing outlet, maybe 8 months, 1 year, and we have that rights to bring in a new investor. But it will be all managed by brand itself. We call it as FOCO model, FOCO, franchise owned, company operated. Why company operated? Because such businesses wherein Tata is involved, and Tata would never want any consumer to face a challenge, to face a problem, or not getting the same treatment which is being done by Tata itself. So that's what they want to maintain that, and that's why this model, wherein it is completely managed by Tata itself, and they want to give the same service and last mile services to end consumers at every store. That's why the management is there in their own control. It's only a very safe investment model, which is around 3.5 to 4 CR opportunity, but you don't have to bring in your property. You don't have to bring anything, whether you have to get this profile, whether it is right or not, location is right, location is not right. There's a security deposit, rentals, long lease. These all problems are sorted. So it is company owned existing outlets, which they are now transferring through Franchise India to any investor. So Franchise India is bringing in an investor who can invest in this brand and be a silent investor. So it will be owned by franchisee or an investor, but it will be managed by brand itself. So we have different formats in this, which is COCO, COCO, which is COFO, FOCO. So these FICO, these are built-in transfer model. There's a lot of models which we have depending on the business and how to run that business. That's very, very important. Like if you have a hotel, JW Marriott, for example. Now, if anyone want to start a franchise of JW Marriott, it's very, very difficult to operate that business. It's very, very difficult. It's not easy. And that's how they will keep the management, the operations in their own hand, but they want someone to come and invest in this. So Franchise India do have such great opportunities also. Some hospitals wherein somebody can invest and be as owner, but it will be managed by the company or brand itself. So then there are a lot of other businesses which are now franchising, and everything what we consume is coming from a franchise company. Like you start a day, we use milk, we consume bread, right? It's coming from a bakery, it's coming from a Amul kind of a company, which is all franchised. 14,000 outlets Amul do have, all franchised. And Franchise India have also worked with Amul to create this network earlier, right? Now, today, if you'll see any business out there like Lenskart, it's a great brand today and having presence in every city, but it has been created or it's been done by franchise. Developed by Franchise India. So this is sector by sector. So there is a lot of now new sectors, new categories which are evolving and they are offering franchise. Like there's a gardening business, it's also franchise. There's a service, direct to home consumer services also franchise. In healthcare, there is a direct to home services also, and that's also been franchised. There's the elder care services which we are off now seeing, it's also franchise. So would mean that what we consume, right from the school to garments to bread and butter to furniture to anything or appliances, what we use, even petrol, it's coming from a franchise company. And we've been proud to associate with GOBP petrol pumps. and we have a mandate when we open GOBP petrol pumps also. Now there's a EV segment also which is evolving very, very big way. And these also EV companies are into franchising. With that, we have also charging stations as an opportunity. These charging stations are also franchised. So we work with Adani, and Adani charging stations are also franchised, gas stations also franchised. That's what Franchise India is proud of. So keeping in mind, it is growing every day. So franchising has become so high opportunity, and it is growing each day, because then there are a lot of new things which are coming into franchise only because they have to expand in different. As we're talking about Franchise India 2024, which is the world's largest franchise and retail exhibition, which is happening in Delhi in this month, 18th and 19th of May. In this, you will also witness there are some 100 opportunities which are world's top companies. They want to enter India because India is a now. Franchise India also are proud franchisor, as we discussed. Why so? Because we have also invested in 30 top companies which are now coming into India, and we are having a master license for those companies. So keep watching, and if you are really there, you can visit our show. That would give you complete understanding about franchising, how it is growing, and how people who are coming to buy a business in this show. And you will witness around 40,000 plus investors, business buyers coming in 2 days and attending this show. Next, what we offer friends tablet. So friends, please understand this tablet. T stands for technology. We offer you technology. We'll create a CRM for you, and we will also create Franchise India domain email address for you. A stands for access of infrastructure. As we were talking about, we have office in Mumbai, we have office in Pune, we have office in Kolkata. So all our IFC partners, whichever city they are, they can use our offices every day. Even it's a full day also, you can use for all the meetings. You can come, you can invite your client, and our team is also there to help and support. So this is free access to our offices. B means brands. We are talking about today more than 1,000 brands, but we are saying we can give you 500 brands list from day one, but it is not easy. So what we do, we create your portfolio of brands, which is rightly fitted for your market, to your profile, to your investments, what you feel like that I want to work between maybe 20 to 50 lakh an opportunity, or you want to take big ticket size companies, maybe 1 CR opportunity. All we are going to guide you and build your portfolio. L stands for leads. Absolutely fantastic, because there is no lead which you have to generate, no marketing which our IFC partners has to do. There's no promotion which our IFC partner has to do. So this is all lead structuring done by Franchise India. Minimum 50 leads guarantee every month, which we are giving from the investor side of it. And then when we build your portfolio, we will also give you those brand-centric leads, because we run the campaign every day and generate new leads. So around 1 lakh investors every month are coming to Franchise India platform. So it's a very huge platform. When supply side is there, demand side is already there. So to meet this demand and supply, Franchise India is expanding and looking forward for more partners onboarded, because locally we want brand to work. We want you to be brand with Franchise India. Once you are brand Franchise India, locally you can help your local investors, local brands, because it creates a lot of trust locally. Then E stands for events. We are having 20-25 events every month. So that's all accessible to our partners without any investment. Like we were just talking about Delhi event, which is on 18th and 19th of May. Our partners across India, rather we are having partners coming from Bangladesh, partners coming from UAE market and other markets also. They are traveling and they are coming and being there for this show, and they do a lot of business in this, and everything is investment done by Franchise India. So we are giving them all the accommodation, to food, to transport, to everything we do for our partners, plus all the arrangements in terms of your t-shirts, to a lot of other things we offer them, and they are with us in this show and getting the business. So what I would talk about in this show, that when we are talking about so many opportunities, we are talking about so many investors. Now, who would connect? So Franchise India team would connect between both, and we get the deals done, and then we get the lot of business out of it. Because we are a brokerage company, we get brokerage from both. It's very, very simple. T stands for training. So we have 3 days extensive training in our office, in our corporate office every month, wherein we invite all the partners who are onboarded with us now as a partner, and then we train them 3 days. This is every month, which is happening. Now, when I'm talking about you as a partner, when you join us, how you want to grow, and what is the growth ladder for everyone. When you join, you will be as an IFC partner, as an entry point. Then you have a growth chances, because you have to jump to the next level. How you will do that? And because every investor is unique, every partner is unique. Someone is putting more time because our business is return on involvement. Then you want to grow faster, you want to earn faster, you want to earn more. So that's an opportunity. So you can become IFC elite, and this elite you can achieve in 1 month also, you can achieve 2 months also, you can achieve 6 months also. What you have to do is that revenue. Either you achieve a 15 lakh rupees revenue, or you do 15 deals. Now, deals would mean when we are bringing in investor and the brand, we patch up, we do the match make, and investor is investing in any of the brand, that becomes a deal for us. So they are paying 1 lakh rupees token amount, 2 lakh rupees, 50,000, anything wherein the deal is done between investor and the brand, because it is done through us. Any of the partner who is doing this, we call it as a deal. So if you do 15 deals, whichever is coming earlier, you become IFC elite member. Same, once you are doing it 50 lakh or 30 deals, you become pro member, and then master member when you can achieve 1 CR revenue. Now, what is payout structure? How you are earning out of this? Now, I'll give you a little more understanding. It's a very, very important slide. So we have products like IA, IS, BS, and BD. This we will talk about later also in detail, one by one. But largely, as I said, we work with investors on one side, we work brands on other side. So these investors and brands, we both onboard, because we are advisory company, consulting company, we don't work free. So when we work with investor, we onboard an investor. When we work a brand, we onboard first a brand. That's becoming an exclusive contract. That's becomes an exclusive service which we are providing to both these communities. But when we work with investor, what we get? So first product is IS, IA, and IS. So this, wherever you see I, is investor. When you see B, it is brand. So I stands for investor, B stands for brand. IA would mean investor acquisition. So when we take investor on board, it becomes investor acquisition. Then investor service, because we service the investor. We start finding a right match for every investor who is on board. And when we service, when we are getting a franchise for our investor, that becomes investor servicing fee for us. So we take a brokerage fee, we take a service fees from the investor after getting a franchise fee. And again, at the same time, there's a brand which we sell to any investor. That brand also have to pay us a service fees, that becomes brand service fees, right? So these are 3 products wherein you get 40% sharing to start with. And there is another product which is BD, which is business development, would mean when we do brand on board. When we do brand on board, in this, you will get 20%. And FC elite member, when you grow to next level, you get 50, then 60, then 70. But in BD, you will get 20% in each of the cases, because the service will remain same. What you are doing, what your work is only and only to share that reference with us. Wherever you see any company offering franchise or having that aspiration of coming into franchising, it can be a scratch level company. It can be a legacy brand which is having 100 years of experience, 70 years of experience, but never into franchise. Or there can be a brand which are offering franchise, but not working with Franchise India. If you're bringing in that lead and you refer to us, Rest all services we will do, rest all the follow-ups we'll do, proposals to presentations to payment to everything we do is from franchise in the side. So since it's the only reference, all the cases you will get only 20%. So if you'll come back and give you some understanding as a layman or as an average or as an example, how your payout look like. Now, for example, every month you are giving 50 leads, then there are 100 leads, 200 leads, 300 leads. Lead is absolutely no concern for us because lead is no challenge. There are a lot of leads which are coming us. You want to take more brands, you want to have enough leads for yourself, we can generate. So lead is not a problem. So when we are giving you leads, you work on those leads. Now, for example, you take 10 investors on board in the 1 month. Entire month, you have talking to your investors and you have locked those investors, you have onboarded those investors. Let's say these are only 10. What you are going to get. It's an example I'm just setting up so you can calculate accordingly. So if it is 10 investors you onboard, this IA becomes 10. So our minimum fee from the investor is 25,000 rupees each investor for onboarding with us. So this 10 becomes 2.5 lakh a month. So on this 22.5 lakh, which is coming from the investors, only onboarding fee through your side, and it will come in the name of Franchise India. What is your share is 40% of 2.5 lakh. It's very, very simple. So it becomes out of 2.5 lakh, you get 1 lakh rupees straight. Now, when you onboard an investor, it becomes a sure shot deal for you because he will buy or she will buy a business. It may take a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but it is sure shot deal for you. So once you get a franchise for that investor, when you do the match make, that investor has to pay us a service fees, which is minimum 50,000 rupees in the case wherein you have taken 25,000 rupees. So in 25,000, we are charging when investor is looking forward for an investment of up to 20 lakh. So if it is up to 20 lakh, we charge 25,000. If it is 20 lakh to 50,000, then it goes up. Then 50 lakh to 1 CR, it goes up. So like 1 CR to 2 CR, it is again going up. So I'm talking about at the base level, minimum is 25,000 rupees each investor will pay. And in that case, each investor has to pay us a service fees of 50,000 rupees minimum. So all these 10 investors would pay you again 50,000 each investor because now they will pay you a service fees when the deal is closed. So as I said, it may take a month, 2 months, in some cases, maybe 4 or 5 months also, but it's a regular process. If you have done IA, it's a sure shot you will get IS and BS also. Right? That's confirmed. So if you get this IS amount, how it is going to calculate? So 50,000 each investor will pay you a fee, and you get 50,000 into 10 again. That becomes 5 lakh rupees revenue to Franchise India. So your share is again 40% of 5 lakh, which becomes 2 lakh straight away to you. And it is you're getting only once you have done IA once. That I'll use now IAIS. And when you are servicing an investor would mean you have served the brand also. Because investor have got some franchise, so would mean brand which you have got in will pay you a success fees, we call it as a brand success fee. Now in BS amount as a brand success fees, it's not fixed because when we take a brand on board here in BD, we fix up the BS fees also. It can be 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, and in some cases, we have 20 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakhs also as opportunity grows, right? So if it's a bigger opportunity, it can be master model, it can be area developer model, it can be unit model, but you get an average. If I talk about 2 lakh rupees, I'm talking about as an average. I'm not talking about 5 lakh or 10 lakh or bigger deals. I'm talking about what is the basic is maybe you get 2 lakh rupees from each brand which you have sold to these 10 investors. So all these 10 businesses which you have sold, you will get a brand service fees, 2 lakh rupees each as an example. So you get 10 into 2 lakh, it becomes 20 lakh rupees will come to Franchise India. and your share is again 40%. So 40% of 20 lakh rupees becomes 8 lakh rupees. So you get again 8 lakh, earlier you get 2 lakh, then 1 lakh. So it becomes 11 lakh rupees only when you do first month 10 investors on board. And this will repeat. Every month you have to repeat. You can do 5 also. You can do 1 also. You can do 20 also. As I said, depends on how involved you are. You are more involved, you will do more. And this is, I'm talking about only in the case when 3 products where 40% remains. So when you become IFC elite, same would grow up to 50%, then 60 and 70. But please note, even if you are getting 70%, we are getting 30%, you have no investments. We still continue giving you all the leads, all the brands, all the training, all the events, all the support, what we are giving you at the base level. So you have no investment, you have no promotional activity to be done, no lead to be generated, nothing. And here in the fourth product, when talking about BD, would mean that you can also bring in new brand on board, and we will help you to close that deal, to get brand onboarded, all proposals, follow-ups. Now, what is the cost here? The cost which we are charging for a brand to come on board. So for this, we have 4 formats. One format is wherein the basic, which is 7.5 lakh plus GST, which we charge for each brand. Then we have 15 lakh, and then we have 40 lakh and 75 lakh rupees. Now, if you are doing maybe 2 references, you are getting us with 2 brand on board with the basic, which is 7.5 lakh. This becomes 15 lakh rupees revenue to Franchise India. 7.5 plus 7.5, it becomes 15 lakh. Your share becomes 20%, would mean 20% of 15 lakh, you get straight away 3 lakh rupees, where you have to only reference, give a reference, share the reference with us, rest we do. And there is no limit, there is no foundation that you have to do only 1, 2, 3, or you have to get this reference from your own territory. Absolutely no. It can be anywhere in India or international, you have reference. It can be from any part of the country. You share with us, that will become your business. And once you are getting brand on board, you get 20% of this onboarding fee. And after that, when we take on board, we service, we get all documentations done, we start promotions, we start getting franchisees for that brand. And if you sell a franchise for the same brand, you will get now selling, you can get 40% again. So that becomes highly rewarding for us. And it will remain same in all the cases, but there is no restriction how many numbers you want to do, where you want to get this, everything today, social media, you'll get a lot of businesses offering franchise. You can get any advertisement wherein you see, or this show itself is giving you 500 opportunities. That's why our partners are coming and meeting those businesses, because they just take a space, they exhibit first time, and then we take them on board. So that becomes very, very huge opportunity. So this is one revenue model for all of my partners. Second revenue model is there's a cash incentive. So every brand, even today we have done one brand training to our partners. For this Delhi show, they are coming, they are presenting there. Any partner who is selling a franchise of 30 lakh rupees, the cost of franchisee of that brand is 30 lakh. Anyone who is selling franchisee, one unit, one franchise, straight away there's a 3 lakh rupees cash incentive to all our IFC partners, and anyone can sell. Anywhere you can sell. And that's how we have also worked with other brands also. So around 100 companies who are offering cash incentive to all our IFC partners, because they want IFC partners to work on that brand, to sell a franchise, because they have already paid us. Now they are giving cash incentive also. This is straight away going to our IFC partner, no cut to Franchise India. That's very, very huge business also. And you can decide which brand to drive, which brand to work on. It's up to you. And we will give you leads, we'll give you training. You can present in the event, exhibition. All this is already done. You don't have to do any investment, only you have to present it, only you have to drive that. Suppose there's a X brand you want to drive, we will give you N number of leads. you can only talk to them, and because they have shared the interest in this brand, you have to only connect with the brand. You have to only connect with the brand. For that also, we have a support function. As we said, most mentoring, opportunities, sport, and training. That all done by us, and you get the credit on that, right? So this is how rewarding it is. So second is cash incentive. Third, we are also offering a contest, which is every quarter. Every quarter, we have an international contest for our partners, wherein we take them to international destination, and this is 4 happening in a year, wherein we take you, like last one was Andaman Nicobar. It was our annual function there, wherein we have got awards also for these partners, but that's an annual. Before that, we had Vietnam. Before that, we have Azerbaijan, which is Baku. Now we are going to Almaty, which is there in Kazakhstan. You have no idea about, probably sometimes people don't have idea also about these countries, because you will not go for these countries. But we want to explore. It's a beautiful city. If you'll go Vietnam, why Vietnam? You can search, you can Google it. And then if you go, Baku, why Baku? What is there in Baku? You cannot explore otherwise. You see Almaty, just Google Almaty. It's in Kazakhstan, beautiful place. You would not go otherwise. That's what Franchise India will take you across. So we have 4 international destinations every year for our partners. And what's the criteria? And you don't have to worry. That criteria, which is to qualify, is also done by Franchise India team for you, because we want maximum partners. One, you get payouts out of that. Second, you get incentives. Third, you qualify also for contest. It's all done by Franchise India. But as we discuss and as we talk about that, it's not for everyone. How it is going to take you to become our partner. As we discussed, there's a very, very low investment in this, which is a license fees of 5.5 lakh rupees with Franchise India. That's a very, very low cost business model, because we sell thousands of franchisees. This is the lowest franchise fee. This is the lowest brand fee, or this is the lowest license fees, and only one time to get brand like Franchise India. So there are thousands of opportunities which we sell, and this is a unique opportunity which Franchise India is offering to few who are really passionate about consulting business and who really want to become Franchise India brand in your city. So we have 97 cities already. There are few cities which we are now looking forward, but we are in rush, but we are not in rush. So we have to select. We don't sell this opportunity openly. We are selecting a right partner who will grow with us, because after 27 years of experience, this is a very, very successful business model, because we are market leaders. There is nobody out there what Franchise India is into. So in this franchise business, there is nobody out there. That's why it becomes even special when you joined a successful business model like Franchise India, and there is no competition outside. But as I said, you choose us, we choose you. If at all we feel there is a match make which is possible, we can get associated. For that, our team will reach out to you, have a discussion with you. Even if you feel like, we can also have meeting in our Delhi show coming up. But before that, we will have to connect on 10 minutes a Zoom call, wherein our chairman sir would be particularly there to see what is your profile, and you will ask question, we will ask question. If we really feel like, then we will take it up to the next level, and then we will invite you to the Delhi show also. We'll invite you for the next batch training as well. Then we will take it up further. So you can immediate start also, because our business model is very, very simple. We have investors, we have brands, we do matchmake, very simple. And my partner do not have to invest anywhere. It's all done by Franchise India. So it's only one time and lifetime opportunity for some who are really looking forward for this. But first 3 years is the agreement. After the agreement is over, you will also, and we will also see how things are happening. If 3 years has been a good journey and you are growing, why we will leave you? Absolutely not. But if someone is not absolutely in this business, after 3 years, why there is to be done a renewal? So it's a lifetime opportunity, but first 3 years is a performance based. If someone is growing, we are absolutely growing, and then we are together. So please get in touch, or our team will get in touch rather. But there's a vote of thanks from all of us at Franchise India, because you have given us more than an hour. It's 1.5 hours already now. Thank you so much for your time. So we will connect you shortly and give you a little more understanding on this, wherein you can ask any question you have, and then we will connect you with our chairman. If you have interest in this, then we will have a 10 minutes introduction and selection call with our chairman. Till then, thank you so much once again. Be safe. And our show, I'll remind, is on 18th and 19th, but there's a ticket of 2,000 rupees. You can get in touch with our team. They will also invite you and offer you a VIP pass. Be our guest, visit the show, see the scale, see how it is happening and how it is growing and what is there for you as a franchise consultant. Thank you so much once again, and take care and be safe.